Everyone, and welcome to Library Storytime. So glad you could join me today. Thank you for tuning in. It's the 4th of July coming up very soon. And so this week, I wanted to have some 4th of July stories or stories about things you would do on the 4th of July, like go on a picnic, maybe eat ice cream or popsicles, and fireworks, of course, on the 4th of July. The 4th of July is a great holiday, and hope you have a great one. Our craft will be sand art. I love sand art, but look, you can pick an ice cream cone or a popsicle, and I did not make an example because I think you know about sand art. Has your sand packages in the back. All that you need is right here. Don't need glue or anything else. And then very, very carefully pull off the white paper to reveal a sticky back. And then you can select your sand, sprinkle it on, and then peel another strip. That way your colors won't run, but it's however you want to do it. But you could just do a strip at a time, and that way you'll have separate colors. But there's ice cream cone and a popsicle with all the sand. Have fun. Please come in and get your craft for the 4th of July. Well, 4th of July is hot, and that's a good time to go swimming. But it's hot on the 4th of July. Could there be a summer snowman? No. Let's think about that. I think the sun is very hot, and I think it would melt a snowman. We have snow in the winter, but our book is one of my favorite 4th of July books by Gene Zion, and you might recognize Gene Zion because he is the author of Harry the Dirty Dog, which is another one of my favorite, but he has also written The Summer Snowman. What's that about? Let's find out. The Summer Snowman by Gene Zion. Summer Snowman? On the last day of winter, when it snowed for the last time, Henry and his brother Pete made a little snowman. An especially small snowman. You can see that it's a little snowman. It was so much fun that they didn't hear their mother calling them in for supper. That night, when they went to bed, they tried to fall asleep, but kept getting up and going to the window to look down at the little snowman standing in the cold, bright moonlight on their front lawn. Soon after they had fallen asleep, Henry awakened and started to cry. His brother opened one eye and asked, "What's wrong?" Henry answered between sobs, "The moon will melt the snowman, and in the morning he'll be gone." Pete laughed and said, "Don't be silly." Pete was always telling Henry not to be silly. "The moon won't melt him." He laughed some more and went back to sleep. But Henry couldn't sleep, so he climbed out of bed and got dressed. Not making a sound, he tiptoed softly down the stairs. Opening the front door, he stepped out into the still, snow-covered night. Henry had never seen so many stars. They seemed very close, and the moon was bigger and wider than he had ever seen it before. He put the little snowman on his sled and very carefully pulled it around to the kitchen door. Then he quickly but gently carried him up the steps and into the house. In the morning, when Pete awakened, he looked out of the window and saw that the snowman was gone. Henry sat up and said, "I told you the moon would melt the snowman, didn't I?" Pete just stood there and stared. He couldn't believe the little snowman was gone. On his way downstairs to breakfast, Pete stopped and asked Daddy, "Does the moon ever get hot?" "Don't be silly," his father said. "You better hurry or you'll be late for school." After Pete left, Henry helped with the dishes. "Oh dear, I forgot to clean out the refrigerator," said his mother. "I'd better do it right now." When Henry heard this, he ran to his mother and told her his secret. Then he whispered, "I'll show you." Have you guessed that's where Henry put the little snowman? You're right, because there in the refrigerator, surrounded by bottles of milk, eggs, and a plate of leftover turkey, stood the little snowman, looking cold and comfortable. Yes, there's that little snowman. I bet you guessed that's where Henry put the snowman. Henry wrapped the snowman in silver paper and hid him in the corner of the deep freeze at the bottom where it was coldest. He laughed when he thought of Pete and said softly to the snowman, "We'll show him I'm not silly." Summertime came, and still quite often Pete remembered the snowman. He would ask his mother questions like, "Do you think a dog might have carried the snowman under the porch?" His mother smiled, but she kept Henry's secret. One night, Pete asked his father, "Could a polar bear have eaten that snowman?" But his father was reading the paper and he said, Now, this sounds interesting. There will be a grand fireworks display in the park at night on the 4th of July. Henry's eyes opened wide. He had a wonderful idea. The next day, his mother helped him paint a big sign. And when it was finished, he rolled it up, put it under his arm, took a hammer and some nails, said goodbye, and marched down to City Hall. Pete and some of his friends wondered what Henry was up to. They followed. They went to the City Hall, and that is where Henry put up his sign. It said, "Come one, come all. First time in history. See a summer snowman on the 4th of July. Time, 12 noon. Place, front of my house. Signed, Henry." "A snowman in July? What's your brother up to, Pete?" asked a man in the crowd. Pete just stood there and shook his head. He had no idea. A snowman in July? Well, finally the great day came. It was the 4th of July, and a big crowd gathered in front of Henry's home to see what joke he was going to play. Everyone was there, including the mayor, who laughed and said to Pete, "Well, my boy, do you expect some snow today?" "Oh, maybe," Pete answered. "You don't know my brother Henry." At the stroke of 12, Henry appeared in the doorway carrying something wrapped in silver paper. Do you know what it was? Yes. He set it down on the green grass. It was the little snowman. The crowd moved closer, and Pete gave a tremendous cheer. "The little snowman!" And there it was on the ground and on the green summer grass right in front of everyone. Yes, indeed, there was a summer snowman. The mayor shook Henry's hand and said, "Young man, you'll make our town famous." "You and your snowman should be on TV," said the man who reported the news. All Henry's friends congratulated him, and Pete said, "Oh, my brother is very bright." When everyone had left, Henry turned around to get his little snowman, and there, instead of his snowman, was just a little puddle of water. The snowman had melted away. There was only a puddle of water. At supper that night, Henry didn't talk much. His father, mother, and Pete seemed to understand. As they were leaving to go see the grand fireworks, Henry stopped and said, "You know, the moon won't melt a snowman. Oh, but the sun really will." And out he skipped into the moonlight, followed by his family. Yes, indeed, the sun will melt a snowman. The fireworks went off with a bang and a swish. Everyone loved them, but they all agreed that the real hit of that 4th of July was Henry's Summer Snowman. There's the fireworks, and I challenge you, I want you to remember, in the winter, make a little snowman, put it in your freezer, and then you'll have a 4th of July summer snowman. Wouldn't that be great? And I'm sure it wouldn't take very long for the sun to melt it. That's The Summer Snowman by Jean Zion. How fun is that? Well, it is indeed hot in the sun. Yes, the sun will melt a snowman. And when you're hot on the 4th of July, you go swimming, maybe you play in the sprinkler. I bet you eat ice cream. Well, let's make us an ice cream cone, shall we? What do we need to make an ice cream cone? Well, first we need a cone. Right, here's our cone, nice and crunchy. And then we need some ice cream, sweet and yummy. We need to scoop it on, stack it on, up to the sky. We love ice cream, my oh my. Well, first comes vanilla. That's our vanilla, cold and sweet. And then comes chocolate, a delicious treat. Here's some strawberry, orange sherbet too. A super duper ice cream cone just for you. Let's count the scoops. 1 scoop, 2 scoop, 3 scoop, 4. We love ice cream. Who wants more? Yay, ice cream. So first we need a cone, nice and crunchy. And then we need some ice cream, sweet and yummy. We're going to scoop them on, stack them on, up to the sky. We love ice cream, my oh my. First comes vanilla, cold and sweet. Then comes chocolate, a delicious treat. Here's some strawberry, orange sherbet too, a super duper ice cream cone just for you. 1 scoop, 2 scoop, 3 scoop, 4. We love ice cream. Who wants more? Yay! Very good. Oh yes, we want more. Very good. Sometimes you might go on a picnic on the 4th of July. And so does this young person in our book. It's the Bear by Jez Alborough. It's the bear. Picnics are so much fun. Well, let's look at Eddie. Here's Eddie and his mother. Eddie doesn't want to come and picnic in the woods with Mom. I'm scared, he said, about the bear, the great big bear that lives in there. A bear, said Mom. Well, that's silly, dear. We don't get great big bears around here. There's just you and me and your Teddy, Freddie. Now let's all get the picnic ready. So what do we have for the picnic? We've got lettuce, tomatoes, and cream cheese spread with hard-boiled eggs and crusty brown bread. There's orange juice, cookies, some chips, and oh my! I've forgotten to pack the blueberry pie. I'll dash back and get it, she said. I won't be long. But Mom, gasped Eddie. Too late. She was gone. Eddie sat on the basket and tried not to cry. Then, "I can smell food," yelled a voice nearby. "It's the bear," cried Eddie. "Where can I hide?" Then he opened the basket and clambered inside. Is there really a bear? Let's find out. Oh, I guess there is. Out of the tree stepped a big hungry bear, licking his lips and sniffing the air. "Oh, a teddy bear's picnic," he bellowed. "Hooray! Help!" whispered Eddie. "He's coming this way." He cuddled his teddy. He huddled and hid. Then a great big bear bottom sat down on the lid. There's Eddie inside the basket, and there's that bear sitting down. Then the bear munched and he crunched, he chomped and he chewed and greedily gobbled up all of the food. "Now, what's for dessert?" said the bear. "Let me see." "Oh, please," whimpered Eddie, "don't let it be me. Don't let him see me. Don't let him come." "Help!" shouted Eddie. "I want my mom." Oh, look at the bear. I think the bear's frightened too. He's cuddling his teddy, and Eddie's cuddling his. "I want my mom." "Eddie, I'm coming," called Mom. "Are you hurt?" "It's the bear," cried Eddie. "He thinks I'm dessert." "A bear," said Mom. "Now, I told you, my dear, your Freddie's the only bear around here." See, she has her back to the bear. "No, he's not," screamed Eddie. "Behind you, he's there." "Don't be silly," said Mom. "There can't be. There just can't be. There isn't." And then she turned around. "A bear!" She did see the bear. There. Oh, can you see the pie flying in the air? So, yes, there is a bear. "I told you," cried Eddie. "Run!" shouted Mom. Said the bear. "Blueberry pie. I love it." Yum, yum. Look how small that pie looks for that great big bear. There's the pie, and there's the great big bear. And that's the story of It's the Bear by Jez Alborough. It's the bear. Yes, there really was a bear. And that bear was hungry. Well, I hope you have a great 4th of July. Don't forget to come to Reader's Theater this week and pick up your ice cream cone or your popsicle. I think I'll let you decide which one you want. And let's finish with This Land Is Your Land. It's a folk song, words and music by Woody Guthrie. We'll just sing a little bit of this. And I'm sure you've heard this, but it's a great song. It's called This Land Is Your Land. As I went walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me the golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. And that's This Land Is Your Land. Words and music by Woody Guthrie. I hope you have a wonderful 4th of July, however you celebrate. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.